Brave Nation, this next battle is 3 5-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 3 wins, no losses, and 1 draw. He stands 178 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 66.05 kilograms. Representing Cube MMA and fighting out of South Korea, please welcome Young Soo, the Hitman Chung! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a perfect professional record of 4 wins and no losses. He stands 175 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 66.2 kilograms. Representing Fight Club and Riyadh Combat Club and fighting out of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, please welcome Abdullah the Ripper Al Qahtani!
Makes them aware of their responsibilities to themselves and one another. 24-year-old Ripper versus the 19-year-old Hitman. We are ready to go. You can see that Muay Thai background straight away from the stance of Abdullah Al Qahtani. Just predatory, following his opponent, hands very high.
That circling footwork that we're seeing from Hitman absolutely is not characteristic of Muay Thai, leaving as it does the legs open to a low kick.
Just as you say, that beautiful low kick and uppercut to hook combination from Al Qahtani.
When you're a tremendous fighter, what follows that right low kick? A left hook to the temple. It's what we saw right in front of us. Absolutely superb!
Huge spinning back fist. Abdullah Al Qahtani just absolutely throwing everything at Young Soo Chung here. Young Soo Chung doing the right thing, initiating the clinch, trying to weather the storm, trying to get his faculties about him again.
Abdullah Al Qahtani offering a little seminar in mixed martial arts striking. Showed beautiful Muay Thai. Then that spinning hammer fist. We're back to the Muay Thai. I expect to see a little bit of boxing before we're done.
Nice little pot shot from Al Qahtani in the clinch. Al Qahtani gets exactly what he wants, and that's the separation. Just those kicks, they're not so much a slapping kick, but a thudding kick. You know, usually the less sound that a kick makes, the more damage it does, and automatically you can already see the marking up of that lead leg of Sung.
Low kicks are thrown for various reasons in mixed martial arts. It can be to impede your opponent's movement, it can be to judge distance, or it can be to try to break that leg. That's what we're seeing from Abdullah Al Qahtani. Oh, man, there you saw it.
Huge leg kick. And that movement is eventually going to be very much impeded by Chung. There's only so many of those leg kicks you can take. And it's really smart from Al Qahtani. Completely take away the movement and popping the step away from your opponent with those leg kicks. And should this fight get to the second round and Chung has a moment to rest and even sit down, that's when he'll feel the real damage done by those leg kicks, Carrick. Oh, another huge rear shot. That rear right sneaking through for Al Qahtani.
This is a seminar in striking from various combat sports striking disciplines.
Again, showing just how well-rounded he is by trying to get in on this takedown. Has the hands connected. It's in the perfect position and scores a beautiful flare double, but gets reversed.
And a scramble, and they're up.
Does a good job to get back to the feet.
Ironically, the one thing we're not seeing yet from the Ripper is the body shots that give him his name.
Again, he's loving that uppercut to hook combination. But again, true to form, these Koreans can take a licking and keep on ticking, Carrick.
We are blessed to be in a warrior nation, and as I said earlier, a nation of very, very kind people.
They are very kind, but they are tougher than $2 steak.
Make no mistake, we are in Korea. These are Korean fighters. When they are ahead, they fight as hard as they can. When they are behind, they fight as hard as they can.
Nice takedown from Al Qahtani. Needs to beware of the arm bar. Point of the elbow was safe. But Chung showing that he's a threat right from the get-go. If you notice, when Chung is throwing that jab, he dips his head ever so slightly, and that's where Al Qahtani's trying to get that read for the uppercut. There's a rip to the body. And for someone that's never absorbed a body shot, they are absolutely horrible. So debilitating, and you're fully conscious and acutely aware of just how horrible they are.
After a hard shot to the body, it's hard to know whether you want to fall on the ground or try and stay standing, because they both hurt more or less in equal measure.
For me, it's fall to the ground and assume the fetal position and hope for the best. Nice head control from Chung here.
Short time left now, just a couple seconds left.
Oh, nice knee on the break from Al Qahtani. Tried that step and elbow.
Two fighters loved that round.
Really entertaining bout so far. Let's see, can they maintain this type of a pace?
I know what's going to happen in the second round, Phil.
More of the same.
Strikes.
And look how chewed up that lead leg is of Chung. Still seems to be moving well on it though. Abdullah Al Qahtani having fun, but another huge leg kick. And he just digs it right into the same spot every time, right into the meat of the leg.
One of the keys, Brave Nation, to those low kicks being effective is that they hit the exact same spot over and over again. The size of a coin. All the shin has to land in that same spot over and over.
Oh, beautiful short elbow from Abdullah. Again, steps in with that, just crashes, scores the takedown. Such a well-rounded performance being exhibited so far from Abdullah Al Qahtani.
Going to be interesting to see if Abdullah Al Qahtani is content to allow his opponent to stand. No. This is a man fully skilled in all aspects of striking. He's got a little leg right in. Tight waist. Landing very hard shots to the head.
In 4 fights, he has yet to pick up a submission win.
Phil, when you hit that hard, when your hit shots are that nasty, why bother?
Well, as we said during his walkout, he is a national champion of Saudi Arabia at the blue belt level, currently a purple belt.
Oh!
Trying to switch to Dars. Rolling with it, impeded by the cage, has a leg locked up. Becky Larkin not letting Chung sneak his feet into the cage. Mounted position coming up. Oh, rides it out well. Abdullah Al Qahtani could be looking for the finish here. Big shots.
Corner calling for elbows, and they are being delivered.
These are all good shots being landed by Abdullah Al Qahtani.
Loud exhalation with each strike in the Thai manner.
Oh, another crushing shot. Again, Chung able to absorb almost insurmountable damage. And I always like to think of the aspect of if you're punching a fighter, if you're hitting a fighter with everything you have and they remain largely unmoved, it's bound to be demoralizing.
When you're in Korea, you got to get used to it.
2 minutes left to go in the second round here. Both these guys just buying down on their mouthpiece and winging shots.
Young-Soo Chung, his body is getting just a little slack.
Another big takedown from Abdullah Al Qahtani. He times it beautifully. He waits until Chung sits down on those punches, plants the feet, changes level, scores takedowns.
Hitman's muscular control is compromised at this point to some extent. Some combination of the headshots, the low kicks, the pressure, and the fatigue are robbing him to some extent of his balance, of his reflexes, of his strength, of his speed.
Both hooks in, back tick here from Abdullah Al Qahtani, not quite underneath the chin. Edging closer to it though.
Not quite far either. Talk about frying pan to fire.
Into the mounted position. Abdullah Al Qahtani needs to be controlled with the strikes here. Again into the back tick, but he's very high up. Again, just the strength and the will and the ferocity of Young-Soo Chung here is incredible. He may not be winning the fight on the judges' scorecard so far, but he's winning it in the hearts of the fans.
Terrific work, too, by Abdullah Al Qahtani. One of the ways to lose in this sport is to win, and when it doesn't quite go your way, you continue with something that's not working for you. Abdullah Al Qahtani absolutely willing to switch it up.
Oh, good heavy sprawl this time by Chung. Al Qahtani hasn't given up on the takedown yet, trying to press Chung against the cage. And scores the takedown. Needs to sneak his hand under and maybe grab that ankle of Chung just for a little bit more control.
Because there's a cage in mixed martial arts, one of the best takedown strategies is just to drive. Level change, get in the hips, and drive, drive, drive. You've seen it work here to brilliant effect.
Chung trying to use that figure 4 grip again to try and advance his own position as opposed to work for the submission. Again, an incredible second round. The back and forth level of this, the heavy shots landed by Abdullah Al Qahtani.
Absolutely fantastic round. Third round, I'm glad to see. Abdullah the Ripper actually allowing a stool to come in here, sitting down, catching his breath a little quickly. Warning from Decky Larkin to make sure that the water doesn't spill out of that bag.
And interestingly though, I think we may have a remote corner man in the corner there, joining us by iPhone. See, one of the corner men has the iPhone. I think it's video called to somebody, maybe the head coach who wasn't able to make it. That's a new wrinkle of the game for me.
As we've discussed many times now, Brave Nation, it's very difficult to try. I know we're getting towards the end of the pandemic, but that is by no means the case everywhere globally.
And now he's actually put the headphone, one of the headphones, in the ear of Al Qahtani so that the coach can impart a message.
We are living in the communication age, in the information age, in the digital age. However that information comes to you, if it's from the right source, it's invaluable.
That's proper innovation, isn't it? Third and final round.
There we go.
I'll give you a hug and then we'll just beat the head off each other for 5 minutes.
That's right, that's what this sport is all about. I'll give you a hug, I'll express all of my respect, and then I'm going to try and put your lights out.
Almost unfathomably quick pace set by both men throughout the duration of this fight so far. Bound to be strenuous on every synapse, every fiber of your muscle.
Young-Soo Chung's ability to take all those cumulative low kicks is very, very impressive to me.
Yeah, it's almost as if his movement and his stance haven't been impeded at all, but he's bound to be feeling it. Now it's Chung trying to summon a late rally, pressing Al Qahtani against the cage. Oh, beautiful shot on the break from Al Qahtani. Oh, that step in Tamala style elbow. And if anything, that just seems to energize Chung.
As I said earlier, Al Qahtani is putting on an absolute striking clinic. He's showing striking from Muay Thai, striking from kickboxing, striking from boxing, striking from MMA. I'm sitting here wondering what he's going to try and land next.
Whereas Young Soo Chung is putting on an absolute clinic on your ability to take a shot. Little speed wobble there from Chung. Perhaps the movement is starting to, the body's giving up before the mind's giving up. Takedown scored by Chung.
What a level change. What a corner take.
Needs to be wary of the power guillotine here. Abdullah Al Qahtani trying to work that guillotine. It is underneath the chin. Doesn't have the hands connected though.
We're getting a close-up on that leg. That is nasty bruising. Leg lock attempt coming up.
Doesn't quite have it. Trying to roll, but ends up getting his back taken. Half a round left here, 2 minutes 30 to go. Oh, beautiful transitionary work. Abdullah Al Qahtani now trying to change that momentum into a takedown of his own. Heavy hips by Chung. Trying to lock up a submission here, trying to switch. Trying to roll to the doors.
Al Qahtani is not in danger yet. As long as he can keep his back facing towards the mat, he is not going to get put out.
Oh, it's just slipping by the bicep. The grip is just leaving
Downey's okay too.
Doesn't have it clean on the bicep. The grip is a little slack. May try and change the guillotine. Still keeping a hold of that neck. 90 seconds to go. Another takedown by Abdullah Al Qahtani.
Abdullah Al Qahtani has his fingers together below the hips. He's likely to try and suck those legs back a little bit so he can rise up above.
Oh, separation and strikes from Abdullah. For the next minute, I expect to see him throw everything he has at Chung to try and put him away. Both these guys starting to look a little bit fatigued. Beautiful shot to the body from Abdullah.
40 seconds left, Brave Nation.
I think so far, Carrick, we are looking at fight of the night. Both these guys throwing heavy, both these guys landing shots. Abdullah scoring big takedowns. And that may have been everything he needed to do right now. Stay in this position and he's en route to perhaps a 30-27. Good posture and awareness from Abdullah. Just cuts right through into side control. Elbow after elbow careering off the head now of Chung.
Absolutely fantastic fight.
Both guys giving absolutely everything. The shots landed, the shots absorbed. Abdullah Al Qahtani showing just how well-rounded and just how highly evolved he is as a man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, another epic battle inside the Brave CF58 Monsters M Cage. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges scored about 30-27 for unanimous decision victory. Out of the red corner from KHK, Team Bahrain, Abdullah the Ripper Al Qahtani. Here we go, Brave Nation. This next war is 3 5-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 3 wins and 2 losses. He stands 172 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 66 kilograms. Representing TNT Gym and fighting out of Slovenia. Give it up for Nate's Predloznik. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a perfect professional record of 3 wins and no losses. He stands 175 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 66.1 kilograms. Representing Fight Club and Riyadh Combat Club and fighting out of Saudi Arabia. Please welcome Abdullah the Ripper Al Qahtani.
يلا عبود انت اسرع منه واقوى منه بكثير، لكنك احسن منه. ممتاز عبود، يا حلو جدا. في واحد سويتش، واحد سويتش. انت صاير عبود ولا شيء. عالي يا عبود. فورون يمينه. يلا عبود ولا شيء اطلع. خليتها. عبود هلك رجلك. الله يوفقك، خليه واسع. ولا شيء عبود. يلا عبود راح النص بقي النص. ضبط نفسك، لك كبير، لك كبير. عبود وش اللي صار على الله اللي قدام. اسمعنا. ايوه. ممتاز عبود، كرمه. حبيت راح عبود، اطلع من الحلقة، اطلع. انت لك المفتين. ولا شيء. عبود شغل رجلك اليسار يا عبود. يلا يا عبود. ايوه هي ما تاكل يلا عبود. اسمعك كمان ولا شيء لا تسوي ايوه حلوه واحده ولا شيء عبود دقيقه ونص باقي عبود ولا شيء خذ شيل طلع ايوه باقي دقيقة ها خذ وقت عبود باقي دقيقة خليه ولا شيء عبود ايوه كان صح ايوه دفوا عبود باقي 10 دقيقة خذ عبود درجي العب الصباط يا عبود 30 سكوند 20 ثانية 30 سكوند ايوه خذوا بالقوة يلا عبود 30 سكوند عبود شيل الارض يا عبود 10 ثواني يا عبود يلا خلاص 20 سكوند ايوه ممتاز نكت برجولك عبود ولا شيء عبود ممتاز عبود افتح رجولك هاي بدك ممتاز ايوه عبود ممتاز ممتاز يلا عبود ممتاز ممتاز جدا اسحب وجه اليمين عبود اسحب وجه اليمين ممتاز جدا عبود ايوه معلش مين يلا مين ايوه لا تسلف معه لا تسلف معه اضرب انتوا عبود ولا شيء عبود شوف كيف عبود خلاص يا عبود عبود اتكلم اتكلم هزي عبود اتكلم ايوه نعم وحش عبود قلبه قلبه عبود Don't grab his face! روح على الباك! عبود باقي دقيقتين لازم احسن من اثنين! 2 minuten شيخ! ايوه تكتب اليسار شيل اليسار! شيلوا بعكسك هيك ستيفو اضرب شكل تفراسه على تحت عبود هيك اليسار! تسبيل اسمه تحت! ساوند سابع اذا ما لقيتش الايدين! ولا شيء عبود! ليه عبود اليسار؟ ليه؟ قلت كيف هذا ما يعرف يلعب والله بس الطيب مع 40 كسبه Don't grab the fence. افرض نفسك عبود عبود بقى دقيقة عبود خذ نفسك جمع نفسك عبود نفسك يا عبود لا تتعب نفسك بس نفس ممتاز بقى أقل من دقيقة عبود خله نفس ممتاز عبود ولا شيء ما يعرف ولا شيء ممتاز يا عبود خليه يتعب نفس ركز على نفسك ضبط نفسك يلا عبود بقى 40 ثانية ها بقى 40 ثانية عبود يلا عبود 40 ثانية 30 ثانية عبود ولا شيء يا عبود ايوه بس عبود حاول تقوم عبود ايوه خذ الكتاب نفس روح سايد عبود راح سايد عبود 10 ثواني ايوه دفع قلبه اليسار خالص ممتاز عبود خضر عبود انت عارف عبود ستوب فايتنج
Brave CF 56 Serbia cage. This comes to an end at 1 minute and 3 seconds of the third round. Your winner by TKO due to strikes from Saudi Arabia, Abdullah the Ripper Al Qahtani. evening. 3 5-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 3 wins and 1 loss. He stands 167.6 centimeters tall and weighs already 65.7 kilograms. Representing Team Fight Fortress and fighting out of Islamabad, Pakistan. Give it up for Zia, the Mashwani warrior. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man, a mixed martial artist with a perfect professional record of 2 wins and no losses. He stands 175 centimeters tall and weighs already 66 kilograms. Representing Platinum Fighter and fighting out of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Give it up for Abdullah the Ripper Al Qahtani. Your referee is Lee Doyle.
Quick shout out to our hospitality partner, Staybridge Suites. Again, big thanks to our hospitality partners, Staybridge Suites.
I had a great night's sleep last night. Speaking of being put to sleep, let's get stuck into this action where somebody best bring a pillow because I have a feeling someone's going to sleep.
Co-main is on, Phil. Shots fired already.
Oh, beautiful hook off the center line from Zia Mashwani. And again!
Oh! No feeling out. Nothing but bad feelings right here.
The Ripper versus the Warrior. Already a little bit of swelling creeping up on the face of the Ripper.
Ripper stalking.
That's a huge leg kick.
Ripper doesn't care. Ripper wants to land.
Mashwani Warrior has the back. Oh,
Victory
the Ripper!
roll!
The Ripper rolls for the knee.
Oh no!
Can he get it?
Unbelievable!
This would be huge. What a scramble!
Transition now. Knee bar denied. One of the
Beautiful
coolest
work.
submission attempts I've ever seen in the Brave Cage.
Beautiful scramble work from Mashwani there. Was aware of the danger, knew he had to get out of it straight away. Didn't want to get sunk in a situation where both these guys are dry, lending itself to the submission. Wonderful MMA intellect.
Referee wants a little more action. I have an idea he's gonna get it.
Serious pace being set here by these two gentlemen.
A little bit of a stalemate on the ground right now. It looks like both fighters may be content to hold on, wait for a stand-up.
Mashwani just trying to slide that knee through, maybe going to take the
Looking for
mount. Needs to get a little bit higher, but that overhook from Al Qahtani's keeping him at bay for now. Switches to side control. I don't think he has enough space to go knee on belly and transition the mount. The cage may just be impeding his movement. Al Qahtani scrambles. But Mashwani says no chance.
Very nice work from bottom. We've got a closed guard now. Guard not that efficient when you're jammed up against the cage, but a lot better than being mounted. Looking
Watch
for
out
the
for the armbar
armbar.
attempt. Mashwani needs to square off those hips. He hasn't got the hips square. The armbar's still on.
The Ripper looking for it. Mashwani out. Back and top side control.
Mashwani just using brute strength to shut down that submission attempt from Al Qahtani. Has a little bit more space to work here. May go for the knee on belly, sliding through, cutting through into mount. Al Qahtani tried to do the right onto a hip.
They're back up to standing.
Mashwani in on a single. May look to run the pipe on it, but uses it to switch to the double and just suck the legs out from underneath the Ripper.
Beautiful chain wrestling from Mashwani Warrior. He's now got his head positioned perfectly to keep his opponent down. Punches, elbows,
Should be expected at any moment. There they come. Little bit of a giraffe fight now. Little bit of head control dominance.
Mashwani so far in the ascendancy with the dominant top control. Trying to isolate an arm, perhaps gift wrap Al Qahtani.
Ripper part way back to his feet.
And for a man that usually competes at bantamweight, Zion Mashwani looks very much at home here in the featherweight division.
I'm always happy, Phil, when I see fighters move up. Weight cutting the fight before the fight, it's not good for you.
Needs to be wary of being swept here. You can see Al Qahtani trying to pop his hips out.
Ripper's dangerous hips.
Needs to be wary of that triangle.
Pass slip.
Scramble from Al Qahtani.
Mashwani Warrior managing to maintain top control despite very game attempts by the Ripper to get back in his feet.
Potential for a guillotine choke here should Mashwani dig in with his left arm, try to connect the hands, but he seems to be happy just to solidify a position and punch Al Qahtani repeatedly in the head.
I think we may have the beginning of no!
Again, lets it go, just lands huge bombs.
Whoa, round ends, Phil. It's beautiful to see a fighter who doesn't focus too much on any single aspect of mixed martial arts, but rather is happy to transition smoothly between them. Absolutely fantastic round for Mashwani Warrior.
More so used the threat of the guillotine to open up the strikes for himself. Very interesting approach from the Mashwani Warrior.
And Phil, let's watch a little more of it in the Green Hill replay.
Here we see the opening stanzas where it just was a firefight. Both men unloading, unclipping on each other, making sure the safety's knocked off. Beautiful slip and a rip right into the single leg. It was all about that relentless pressure, that top game from Mashwani. You're seeing the real evolution of his game. Formerly, could be called a little bit just a one-dimensional striker, but now he's showing just how dominant his top game is. There's that submission attempt you were talking about, that beautiful victory roll, and resulting in an outstanding scramble.
Phil, I gotta say, I love it that fights don't start from the knees. It's gonna start standing, and I stand and bang for a bit.
I think Mashwani might attempt the same kind of a ploy, beat Al Qahtani into a firefight on the hands, let him plant his feet, and then shoot in underneath for the takedown.
Ripper didn't win the first round, but he's coming out angry, he's coming out hungry.
Ripper looking
There
chipper.
he
Oh,
goes!
big shot by the Ripper. Ripper looking chipper in the second round here. Oh, gets caught coming in.
Ripper showing some nasty counter fighting. Phil, the Ripper's actually trying to goad his opponent into attacking with the hand so he can answer with his hands of his own.
Yeah, he's got that counter striking lockdown right now. You can see why he's amassed a 6-3 Muay Thai record.
He's saying, hit me, hit me.
Chopping inside leg kick. Mashwani seems a little bit more respectful now of the counter striking of Al Qahtani. Doesn't want to dive in and get clipped by the Ripper. Double leg attempt, a beautiful sprawl that time by Al
Huge
Qahtani.
moment.
Swelling on the legs of both men.
Mashwani Warrior clearly much more comfortable on the ground, but was denied the opportunity.
Oh! Crushing head kick.
The Ripper waves his finger, not today.
Ripper has to be careful not to dipper his head into that.
or he'll get clipped.
Could pop off at any minute here. Front kick caught by Mashwani, but retrieved by Al Qahtani.
Mashwani Warrior playing a smart game. If he lets his hands go, he's going to get hit back, as you saw right there. The Ripper is a devastating counterpuncher. Game plan for the Ripper, very clear. Try and get the opponent to punch with him, counter in devastating fashion. He's not going to counter the kicks, he's going to counter the punches.
He needs to be careful about leading in with such reckless abandon, because that will result in a takedown from Mashwani. We know how good his positional control is. Al Qahtani does not want to get stuck underneath him.
I was very impressed, Phil, though, by the last sprawl.
Oh, very clean.
It was very clean.
Nice leaping straight from Mashwani, but didn't seem to faze Al Qahtani one little bit. Again, a good sprawl, but Mashwani does well to work his opponent to the cage, using it as an added incentive to grab that takedown. Al Qahtani landing strikes from inside the clinch, but Mashwani trying to hook a leg and score the takedown. A little under 90 seconds to go in the second round here. Trip takedown.
Denied very adroitly by the Ripper, Abdullah Al Qahtani. Al Qahtani now widening up that base a little bit, making it harder to take him down, but it also makes it harder to reverse. Oh!
Very nearly a reversal. Good use of the
Not
wizard.
today, he says.
Mashwani uses a wizard to stay on his feet. This is an exhilarating round. We may be seeing a slight pendulum shift in favor of Al Qahtani in the fight. In this second round, 2 of 3, nearly in the books. Oh, he caught it clean! He caught him clean, but Mashwani can take a hit. Head kick just shaken off by Al Qahtani. And again from Al Qahtani. Mashwani looking a little bit like a deer in the headlights. End of the round might just save him here. That's it. End of the second round.
Absolutely fantastic fight, Phil. Do you call it 1 round each?
Oh, for me, it's 1 round apiece. And as I said in the closing stanzas, the ebb and the flow, the pendulum seems to be swinging in favor of the Riyadh native, the Saudi native.
Green Hill replay now, Phil.
There we see both men just swinging wild at one another. It's really all about the counter-striking and clean shots of Al Qahtani against the raw power and athleticism of Zaya Mashwani. Beautiful hook there and evasive movement from Al Qahtani, who seems to be leading the dance now going into this third round. And as far as I'm concerned, all to play for in the third and final round. Who wants it more in the co-main event of Brave Combat Federation 33, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia? Head kick more with the laces than it was the shin, but getting closer for Mashwani.
All right, Phil, you can never leave it in the hands of the judges, of course, but I do believe in the judges' eyes. It's at 1 apiece. Winner of this round wins this fight.
For all the marbles, here we go, our co-main event. Abdullah the Ripper Al Qahtani taking on Zaya Mashwani Warrior Mashwani.
Oh!
Nice counter straight, predicated off the head kick. Mashwani swinging wild. May feel like he has to do something definitive to swing this bout in his favor.
The Ripper is now comfortable with his strategy. Stand just outside of range, force his opponent to step in to strike, and then counter in devastating fashion. It worked the last round. He believes it's going to work this round. If he can stay on his feet, I think he's right.
Should Mashwani choose to go for the takedown, he really needs to set those up. He needs to take the focus and attention away from the takedown. Use those hands. Bring the attention upstairs, shoot downstairs. Mashwani trying to initiate the clinch, but shrugged off by the Ripper.
The Ripper is not countering the low kicks, he's countering the punches. Mashwani Warrior knows it.
Both men landing big shots.
Oh!
Almost as if Al Qahtani's waiting for that kicking attempt, whether it be high or low from Mashwani, and then trying to find the straight. Nice head movement by Al Qahtani. Little bit of a slipper from the Ripper.
I'd like to see the Ripper be just a little more active, Phil.
There we go again with that beautiful counter straight.
With those counters working so well, Phil, I'd like to see him followed up just a little bit more. This may or may not be winning the round for him. He needs to add just more to seal it.
It's very close with regards to shot landed, but for me, Al Qahtani's taking the center of the Brave Arena. He's dictating very much where this fight is taking place. He's occupying the center. He's forcing Zaya Mashwani to move where he wants him, right in line for those counter strikes. Beautiful shot from Qahtani, but reply from Zaya Mashwani, lands a beautiful hook of his own. Two minutes left to go in our third and final round of an intriguing featherweight matchup here at Brave Combat Federation 33. Very much hanging in the balance. Head kick partially blocked. Solid kick to the body, but Al Qahtani shakes his finger. That's universal sign language for yes, that did hurt a little bit.
There's a 1-2 there.
Oh, he's wobbled a little bit. He's on a shaky leg.
He's moving around.
He's on shaky legs.
Moving around. He's finding his legs again. Takes 5 to 10 seconds. Little touch of respect.
That might have been the most telling shot to land in the third round. Mashwani really should be pouncing right now before he gives Abdullah Al Qahtani enough time to collect all his faculties.
Very, very good strategy by Abdullah the Ripper to try and move around, shake his head out. Takes 5 to 10 seconds to clear the head. He bought that time.
Al Qahtani ever so slightly dropping his right hand. There's scope there for an overhand. Should Mashwani fake the takedown to come over the top? 20 seconds to go. Who wants it more? One big strike could change the complexity of this fight completely. 10 seconds to go. Who wants it more?
Telling him no. You got seconds. Got to hit him. Seal it.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Round is over. Respect is shown. Phil, I have no idea who won that fight.
I go one round, Mashwani. Second round, Al Qahtani. Third round, absolutely anyone's guess.
Absolutely no idea whatsoever, my friend. Now it's in the hands of the judges.
Both men can stake a claim to winning that third and final round, but let's take a look at the replay, brought to you by the best sports apparel company, Green Hill. See both men landing, swinging wild trying to do something definitive in the third and final round. As we say, it was Al Qahtani, the Ripper, very much leading, taking the center of the Brave Arena. Was landing some beautiful counter strikes, but the most telling strike of the bout seemed to be landed by Mashwani, or was it more a roll of the ankle by Al Qahtani? We need to see that again in the replay, but what I initially thought was wobbly legs predicated off a strike might actually been a roll of the ankle from Abdullah the Ripper Al. Both these men incredibly patriotic, incredibly proud men, both holding their respective nations' flags aloft. The pride of Pakistan versus the pride of Saudi Arabia. Scores currently being tabulated. This is one of the most tense moments in all of professional mixed martial arts when you're standing in the Brave Arena patiently waiting.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give both of these warriors an incredible round of applause. What a great fight. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Your first judge scores about 29-28, Abdullah Al Qahtani. Your next judge scores about 29-28, Zia Mashwani. And your third judge scores about 29-28 for your winner by split decision from Saudi Arabia, Abdullah the Ripper Al Qahtani.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, winner by the closest of margins.